to get that call from Coach Gundy. It made my day. I was so excited, and my family was excited, and we're just so glad to be here in Stillwater, and to be here at Oklahoma State.
Yeah, so compare Manhattan, Kansas to Stillwater. What's that transition like?
It's been great. I tell you, there's probably a little more similarities than there are differences. Both really good college towns, both great fan bases. Not big, just great college towns. So, the people are awesome here, and I'm just excited to be here. It's a beautiful place. I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, Coach, and give us some of the names that haven't really been talked about enough on the offensive line in your group that you think should be talked about more. Some of the young names.
Well, I mean, they're all worthy of being mentioned. I think they're all working really hard. They're all really good kids. The guys that stand out to me right now, in terms of just guys that have shown great leadership, they're Marcus Keys and Johnny Wilson. I've really appreciated their leadership and how they've handled themselves, because they've been here the longest, and they've had to go through a couple offensive line coaches, and I know the transition has been hard, but they've been awesome. Great leaders, and just have done a really nice job in that regard. Some of the younger kids, I talked about, Bryce Bray. He's a redshirt freshman, but he's been competing at that left tackle spot. He was started for us at left tackle this whole spring. So going into the fall, he's going to be competing with Dylan Galloway, because Dylan started I think he started 6 games last year. So that'll be a nice little battle. Jacob Farrell, been very impressed with him. I've been impressed with Hunter Woodard. In terms of his toughness and how he's his work ethic. But there's a lot of good young guys that have been working really hard. Hunter Anthony and Tyrese Williams. I'm excited about those guys as well. I got a good young class of guys.
You sure do, Coach. Thank you. Thank you for your time today, and thank you for being on my show.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
So you were coaching under Bill Snyder for forever.
Yeah.
You could probably write a book about what you learned, but maybe in a synopsis, what did you learn from Snyder coaching under him?
Just going to try to get better every day, and never be satisfied. He was very demanding, very demanding on his players. He's demanding on his coaches. He just very competitive. I've said this before. There's a lot of similarities between these two programs, and maybe the personalities are different, but when first day I got here, our first staff meeting, Coach Gundy talked about us being a more tougher, more physical, more disciplined football team, and that's all Coach Snyder would talk. Those are the things that he would talk about. And just having us being the toughest, most disciplined team out there, and that's so it's like it was like we're hearing the same thing, and that's what we're stressing, and that's what we want to be, and that's what we're trying to be this year here at Oklahoma State.
Well, some of Gundy's best teams, especially early on, were just nasty on the offensive line, and they got away from that a little bit, maybe some recruiting. But how did they get back to being like that physical?
Well, I think we got to. We got to be demanding on them, and we got to instill the toughness and continue to instill the toughness, continue to instill discipline, and just not be satisfied, and just be demanding on them.
Yeah. What are some of your goals going into fall camp?
Well, I just want us to get better every day, and I want us to. My goal again is for us to be tougher and to be more physical and to be more disciplined. you know, and really focus on those attributes. And I know if we do, that will carry over to us being successful on the field.
Yeah. Being such a veteran, how have you seen social media impact recruiting over the years?
Well, it's impacted it quite a bit. Yeah, it's very interesting, you know, and it's taken me, you know, I got a while to get used to all of it. I'm not saying I'm great on it, but
You're on the Twitter now.
Yeah, but I'm on Twitter and all that good stuff, and so you know, it's been fine. But it is having an impact on recruiting. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The differences between K-State's style of offense and Oklahoma State's style of offense is a little more spread out. How does that affect your job?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, that was probably the biggest transition for me. Was just, and one of the most exciting things for me was being able to be a part of this offense, because Coach Gundy's offenses have been the best, some of the best in the country. Period. I mean, they've been awesome. So I wanted to be a part of that. But with that, it was, you know, at Kansas State we were, you know, ground and pound, and we were a lot of quarterback run games. Some, you know, but also just taking as much time off the clock as we could, so we could keep the ball away from other defenses, you know, or for other offenses, and so just slowing down and that type of stuff. So here it was playing fast and getting guys to, just teaching my guys to, you know, to get up and make the calls and get the points, and that was different. And so, but that's kind of where I was going to, where I was, you know, where, hey, I just being able to resource Johnny and Marcus. Hey, you know, how'd you guys do that? You know, what were some of the things? You know, and Jason McIndoe was really helpful with that as well. You know, so, but it's been a great transition. It's been a great transition.
How does your job intermingle with Sean Gleason? And depending upon who wins the quarterback job, one may be more mobile than the other. What is that kind of working relationship like?
Well, it's been great with Sean. Sean's awesome. I mean, I've said Sean's got he's got a vision. He knows what he wants, and he's very passionate. He's very intense, very detailed, and so, you know, he knows exactly where he wants this offense to go, and so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to get a chance to work with him, and the whole offensive staff has been awesome. You know, Waz and Casey and Mac have all been great. So it's been really good.
Coach Gundy talked in the past about trying to recruit you from Kansas State before, obviously, this time. But what were those pitches like and those conversations like with him at those times?
Well, I mean, it was great. Coach Gundy's, you know, he was awesome, and so it just circumstances, just for whatever reasons, just didn't allow me to be able to do it. But I'm just grateful now for this opportunity. I'm just grateful he gave me a call. That's one thing I am very grateful for. I'm very, very thankful for that he gave me that call. So I'm really excited to be here.